Hi and welcome back to my channel of an everyday life. I'm Aspie. If you're following me right now and basically either A, you're new to my channel, I welcome you all, or you're a current one that has been supporting me, I welcome you back also. Just to give you guys a brief update of what's going on, as you are aware maybe already to what I've shared currently, that this is Autism Awareness Month, even though the actual main month is usually April 2nd, but they try to do it all, you know, throughout this month of April of autism awareness, obviously. And at this point of time, however, like as I address to you all, I'm going to be sharing with you all some of the everyday topics that is autism, regardless what they may be, and also in that forefront just to respect me and my everyday differences of opinions, whatever it may be. Also on the forefront, just to give you a lowdown also before I continue on, is that as you're aware that if you've been following me, you've seen some of my collabs or fun and games with my sister right now. The moment she said to me what I can recall, even though she's going to hopefully try and push for time maybe to spend a few days with me, like a couple of days up here where I am, so that we can do some more collabs together of fun and games of what we do and whatnot, hopefully, if she wants to be, you know, on the channel, you know. She doesn't have to if you don't want to, but hopefully you guys can get an understanding about her, even though no prejudgment about her, obviously, because as I said before, specifically for myself as well as the key reminder, is that yes, she is different. She's basically has a condition too that makes her act the way she does and whatnot. Even though, like, I don't want to get into too much nitty-gritty about her personal diagnosis and whatnot, in fear of what my mum will say if she is watching this part of my video, as well as many other family members that's given me the fluck on the ear saying, hey, you know, tone it down about what you say about your little sister, blah blah blah. But in all further ado, guys, basically, you know, while I've been talking, you know, about some things based on autism, you know, there has been some controversy or argument's sake of differences of opinion based on what people may think about, you know, certain topics that we bring about of the topics, which will be, I know for a fact, a bit more of a controversial argument after this month of what I want to bring out of certain bits and pieces, so bear with me. But what I'm hoping to address to you all, regardless of the time factor of it all, because like I said in one of my parts, like also in my Facebook page as well as Plan Z, even though I'm trying to spread it around to others, is I'm new to collabing with people, so hopefully it will be a give and take, you know, trial and error, be a good start to it all, hopefully, as you're aware, because obviously I'm new for everything, starting with certain things right now, especially with the sake of basically what is going down. Also, there has been some controversy on how and what to say, you know, and the way of how I talk. You know, sometimes it feels like in some ways, especially for the neurotypicals, they're trying to change me by the feels of it on how I should be speaking. Even though they say that I should be aware of what I'm saying, yes, I am aware of what I'm saying, regardless of my communication dialogue, how I communicate with people, regardless, yes, many people may not like the way I speak or how I speak it or whatever it may be, reason for their own, each to their own reasoning behind it. You know, while I've been in some of the Autistic Asperger's group, this does go down quite nastily in the last few days, especially because obviously, like, I've had a few run-ins and a couple of members of the group, even though, hey, this is their, you know, drill of it all and whatever else it may be, but then, hey, I have also been trying to think of a way for this topic, how to address what it's called as it is illustrated in the video as you click it, how to address, you know, autistic people or the autistic community, or just the people in general in that autistic community, because there has been basically many differentiations of how people want to see it and stuff. Even I'm trying to find the comments sort of thing on for this to share some of the viewpoints of how people want to be called and stuff, even though there has been a lot of people in these groups maybe that has already done certain surveys in regards to how they want to be called, and that even though we know autism slash especially syndrome, autistic and the like is just almost like a formality of a label regardless, but then again, each to their own, as they say. I also need to be aware in a way of how to address people in the autistic community, as some say they want to be autistic, some want to be called individual with autism or person with autism and whatever else. But it does, however, to bear in mind, make it a bit more challenging and difficult, obviously, to find the right terminology, because every term, clinical term or definition for these terms that has been addressed around of what to be called keeps on, swapping and alternating all the time though. However, I need to bear this in mind, however, also when I'm addressing to the autistic community, if I want to be an advocate, mentor, support person, obviously, which I hope that will be a reality someday, even though I'm trying to build my confidence in speaking in public regardless, even though one of my bucket list ideas was to hopefully do a Toastmaster course to build up my confidence again in public speaking, even though despite my anxiety levels just shoot off the roof. But then again, there are ways how we can go about it. I will hope that this will happen one day or another for me to become what I want to become, obviously, because as you know, I want to be a voice and to support others like me, or just others outside the autism spectrum, what have you, one way or another, even though I know that for some reason, like I said in one of my videos, that your life experiences doesn't count anymore, and you tend to have to basically have the paperwork and whatnot. But how I look at it also, experience versus your characteristics as a person as a whole should be taken effect as well. That's how I look at it anyway. I want to also, in a way, being the support advocate person that I'm hoping to be, that while I've been learning this, so if I want to educate and teach you all, as I'm doing right now, again, it's finding that right niche, and as well as the right words, even though many words may offend people one way or another. I know that some people can get a bit, overwhelmed or other mixed feelings towards it all, but I'm just hoping that basically within this, that I can give you out the right message to you all, to get across, to be clear and concise as much as possible, and all else on this, all of this on board. Hopefully we can get along with each other, not offend one another, and just about respecting one another, give and take, as said. I know this is a tall order from me or others around me in the autistic community, however, because, sometimes I feel that with some people that I've met or spoken to, some may have higher needs or higher expectations of certain, lifestyle things of how they go about, their everyday living. It may take a while to ask or what have you. Sometimes when it comes down to it, also when I've been trying to address in the autistic community and just outside the autistic community, as I said before, this is who I am, what I am. This is how I speak. This is, what I do. Try to speak as clear and concise, as well as trying not to offend anyway and whatnot. Sometimes I know for a fact that many people I know of may read or take it the wrong way of the message that I'm trying to share with you all, regardless what it may be. I know that there has been a lot of misunderstandings, misgivings so far, obviously, in how I go and approach people. Like I said before, it's a given. But hopefully, as I continue on to participate in the groups that I'm in, as well as basically just hopefully getting to know people outside the autistic community, that many people can just understand me, obviously, even though many people do say that they don't understand me, even though, like I said, some people may think I'm too technical, or I analyze too much, or whatever it may be, but that's just the wiring of my brain, how it works. Even though it does get tiring the way how my brain works, and it's like I'm competing, and it feels like 1 minute I'm there, the next minute it feels like I'm out of my body. So it's therefore, feels like I'm drifting off somewhere. Hopefully that's a bit of a clear definition on how it feels. But as I continue also to participate and delve into these topics and more of addressing the autistic community and the like, this sure has been like a battle of all ages, sexes, genders, and all that. A tug of war, like you're tugging on some rope. So like here's say maybe, you know, you've got the autistic community, you've got me on the other, you know, in the larger group, and then you may have, and within that autistic community that's broken down to people want to be called autistic, or people with Asperger's syndrome or autism, and some other terminology, regardless what it may be. You know, yes, I believe and understand real deeply that everyone has their differences of opinions, regardless what it may be, on how to address the autistic community or just how to address themselves, you know, and I do my very darn hardest to respect that. Even if many people may think that I don't, obviously tend to respect it. But obviously, as I said, I was going to illustrate or show you guys some comments that has been shared about what people want to be called, but within that also, I was hoping, while doing my research about what people want to be called, you know, it looks like the majority of them wants to just be called, you know, autistic as a label or what have you, you know. So I humbly apologise in advance, even though I was hoping, I said, to share it out about what people want to say, but I ruled out that obviously majority of them wants to be called autistic. Okay, my opinions and thoughts on addressing to basically, or how to address the autistic community especially, is basically be comfortable and actually, you know, be aware of what you're sharing or saying to the people that are either autistic or not. You know, get to maybe know the person first before making that assumption, oh, just because they're autistic, you know, they want to be called this or that or the other. Because obviously, you know, once you get to know that person, hopefully, maybe you can, when they're comfortable enough to open up, because some autistics may not want to, you know, or people on that scale want to talk about it, but hopefully they will be willing and open enough to do so, you know. And in all fairness, it's just a matter of, like I said, respecting one another as well, and just trying to not assume that everybody, as I see so many times before, is the same on the autism spectrum scale, because everyone on the autism spectrum scale of things is different, and their differentiation of terms or what have you is different, you know, and how they speak and how they act in it is different, you know, and it's just a matter of just hopefully inclusion, not exclusion, acceptance and not avoidance, so to speak. Like I said, hopefully more of my piece on that autism awareness versus acceptance will be coming up soon, basically. But all now, though, this is just hopefully a real quick short overview on how to address the autistic community. Give me a like for thumbs up for support, comment below, feel free to share these videos around, follow me on my social media sites, feel free to subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you want to know more about what Aspie's up to, don't forget also to click on the notification bell. Feel free to basically, you know, private message me on AspieAnswersAll or what have you if you got any questions or just feels to just rant rave or whatever. Along for the day, guys, thanks for the support, thanks for watching, do what you love what you do. Until next time, Aspie signing out, I'll see you again soon. Ciao for now. Subscribe if you